Hey everyone, welcome to Fandom Media. I'm your host Kyle. Today on Marvel Mondays, we will be discussing how WandaVision's Nexus commercial in episode 7 connects to Loki, the Time Variance Authority, the Marvel Multiverse, and a major Phase 4 villain that will appear in Ant Man Quantumania and possibly in Loki in Kang The Conqueror. If you enjoyed the video, then please hit that like button and subscribe. I will be doing lots more Marvel videos here on the channel, including episode breakdowns for WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki in May. Episode 7 of WandaVision featured another interesting commercial for an antidepressant called Nexus. Nexus is an important word for the Marvel Cinematic Universe as it connects to the nexus of all realities and also Nexus beings from the comics. I think it's safe to say that it's not a coincidence that WandaVision chose to feature this commercial in episode 7, as we see that Wanda is being manipulated by an extremely powerful witch named Agatha Harkness. Of course, Agatha's motivations aren't 100% clear yet, but she's an integral part of why the hex around Westview exists, and I think that her basement could be a Nexus point where she's able to summon a powerful Nexus being. It's my personal belief that she is working with the devil Mephisto, as episode 7 displayed imagery connecting to the devil, and this hexagon here, which I believe is Mephisto's realm and multiverse of hell. But the ad is hinting that something much bigger is at play here that has huge implications for Marvel Phase 4. This implication involves very powerful Nexus beings who can affect the nexus of all realities, an area of space-time and dimensional highway connecting to the multiverse. This area of space-time is extremely thin where anyone can find their way into an existing reality. Of course, there's a certain set of conditions that have to be met to be able to connect to the Nexus, but it makes sense that Marvel has chosen to expand on the Nexus of all realities, considering how powerful Wanda is and because she's able to alter reality. Now that the Infinity Saga has come to a close, and because Thanos is dead, it makes sense that Marvel would take this opportunity to introduce its Phase 4 villains. Agatha, who is seemingly pushing Wanda to create a new reality around Westview, and since Nexus beings are crucial to the coherence and stability of the multiverse, it would make sense that Doctor Strange and the Time Variance Authority are affected by this situation. We know that Wanda will be appearing in Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness, hinting that whatever ends up happening here in Westview at the end of WandaVision won't be good for Wanda. I think it's a brilliant strategy that Marvel is using big-name characters like Doctor Strange to draw attention to a show like WandaVision that will be explaining the upcoming changes to the MCU in Phase 4. Which is why I believe this Nexus commercial we see in episode 7 is setting up the arrival of one of my favorite villains from the comics in Kang The Conqueror. Since Marvel is using WandaVision as an opportunity to explore the mythology of Nexus beings like Wanda, it's also the perfect opportunity to explore Kang the Conqueror's backstory since the MCU is expanding into the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. Kang is a Nexus being like Wanda and is a master strategist. He has technology that's far more advanced than what we see with Iron Man. His armor gives him the ability to time travel and jump through different dimensions seamlessly. In the Loki trailer, it looks like Loki is arrested by the Time Variance Authority, who share a connection to Kang, an agency who stops timelines from spiraling into chaos. The Disney Plus show is said to focus on Loki in a time-traveling quest where he gets to try to change events that have already happened in the MCU. And in one of Kang's comic storylines, he's actually approached by the Timekeepers, a sort of final form of the Time Variance Authority, to stop trying to change the past in exchange for immortality. Kang would be the perfect villain for Marvel Phase 4, considering the MCU will be exploring more of its time-traveling aspects in movies like Ant Man Quantumania and also Fantastic Four. The base of the Time Variance Authority is located in a place called the Null Time Zone, a realm that exists outside of space and time. Within it, it features a place called the Hall of Discontinued Universe with a bunch of discarded timelines. The Fantastic Four, who will be appearing in Marvel Phase 4, actually visited this location in the comics, which makes me think that the aerospace engineer that Monica Rambeau spoke to in WandaVision was actually Reed Richards. The MCU is clearly looking to explore new storylines in Phase 4 with the multiverse, but also keep things connected, which is fantastic. I think there is a chance that the Time Variance Authority shows up in WandaVision as a way of setting things up for Loki that's coming out in May. With shit about to hit the fan after Wanda learns that Agatha sacrificed Billy and Tommy, who are actually shards of Mephisto's soul to summon Mephisto into the Hex and our current realm and timeline, Wanda's gonna screw everything up. And it makes all the things more interesting considering Mephisto appears in this painted glass window here in the Loki trailer, further hinting at the possibility that Marvel is using shows like WandaVision and Loki to set up these big storylines for its Phase 4 movies and the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. Loki has been known to use the Bifrost and other portals to travel space and time, such as with the Tesseract, which makes it seem like this Nexus commercial connecting to the Nexus of all realities is not just a coincidence. But what do you think? Is Marvel using this opportunity in shows like WandaVision and Loki to set up its Phase 4 villains? Do you think they could introduce Mephisto or Kang the Conqueror as Nexus beings, expanding on their mythology and backstories? Let me know in the comment section if you think that makes sense, and if you're excited for these Phase 4 villains to appear in future movies and Disney Plus shows. I will be doing more WandaVision videos this week, everyone, including a video on The Darkhold, the book that we saw in Agatha's basement. As well, I will be doing a video on Monica Rambeau's new powers. And coming up, we're going to be breaking down all of the Loki trailers and talking about the stuff like the Time Variance Authority, Kang the Conqueror, Loki, and all of the things we think are going to happen in Loki. Let me know what theories, characters, and stories you would like me to cover in my upcoming videos in the comment section. I hope you all have a marvelous day, everyone. I'll see you all in the next video.